Hey, we're back.
We're back.
Once again. Now, hey, we gotta lead off here with saying thank you to whoever you are that found this. It seems like more than one person, if the data is to be believed.
Yeah. According to our stats here, we're quickly climbing the ranks here. So
we almost have tens of listeners. There's tens of you out there.
Listen, hey, I'm grateful to anybody who wants to tune in and listen to our stupid asses.
You made that joke, and it's actually accurate.
Nope.
No,
strive for accuracy.
Just a little shout out. I appreciate it. noisebrigadepod.com. We're available pretty much anywhere you can get a podcast, even on stuff we never signed up for.
Yeah. Do you like bears.com? Schwarberfest.com. They actually asked Schwarber on the broadcast set on ESPN where the Schwarbomb.
Yeah, I was hoping they would say Schwarberfest.
Wait a minute. Do you know when we started picking up the things?
It goes back about a week now. So let's see. The first real big jump again would be April the 25th-ish.
Which episode started getting them?
And that's the thing, I don't know. So let's go to April 25th. We got at that point in time, this is only a week.
It was more than a week ago, but I grabbed Euromancy.com and sent it to the Noise Brigade podcast.
Wait, so what did you get?
Euromancy.
What the fuck is Euromancy?
What does it sound like?
Sounds like necromancy.
Yeah. But what's necromancy?
Bringing the dead back to life,
or magic involving dead people. So, what would Euromancy be?
Bringing Europe back to life.
It would be telling the future with urine.
Oh, Urinemancy.
Yeah.
Oh, I think you were saying
not Euro. It is Euro, but it's still the same thing.
Oh.
Yeah.
So that's how we're gonna. So when did you send that over?
Welcome, water sports fans. You're going to be very disappointed. You're going to be
lemonparty.com.
Yes.
Is that available?
No, Lemon Party is definitely not available.
No, that's
still
too popular.
Is if that website was still up, and if not, if it's available, too bad.
Jump all over it.
TwoBearsOneCup.com. Is that?
That would be hysterical. That's the way that people found us.
Yes.
That would be. I mean, I know there's a lot of depraved people out there, but...
and we're thankful for all of you.
The best thing is, it sounds like some of you listen to one and then listen to another one. So good on you.
Yeah. Hey, like and subscribe. Leave us reviews on. Has anybody checked our reviews? Do we have any reviews?
I don't know. That's the thing. We're so unprofessional. The only thing I've been able to check is the little stars on Apple Podcast.
Yeah, let me see. Let me go in.
I don't know.
I'm gonna look at our show. Let's see.
I'm a star. I'm a star. I'm a
we have
star.
We have 6 5-star ratings.
That's amazing. But, I'm pretty certain one of them wasn't even me.
Yeah, one of them was me, I think. No, I haven't rated it.
So who knows?
Hey,
I don't even listen.
6 of you out there that have rated our show a 5 out of 5. Thank you.
Yeah. Woohoo.
I don't know. It's crazy. It was funny because we've all been kind of tracking it for quite some time out of sheer curiosity. Look, we do this for fun. We're just all longtime friends, but to see the numbers go like that from typically seeing 2 or 3 a day, we had a whole stretch not that long ago where it was a week of 0. So
yeah,
to have well over what we've had is, I don't know, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, we're at 163 episodes now, so.
That's what Rich and I were talking about before we started recording. It's like, look, we have enough content out there that something at some point is gonna hit someone and be like, oh, wait a minute, and then maybe they fell asleep and it just kept going to the next episode.
You know what it is? I wonder if it's always be Chupacabra or chupacabrafordicks.com, because that new Chupacabra movie came out, Chupa.
Ah,
So maybe it's renewed interest in Chupacabra.
yeah. We got to get back to cryptids at some point.
We do. We should probably watch that show or that movie, Chupa.
Yeah, okay. So I put it on my list.
Which means no, I'm not going to watch that shit. Anyway,
Yeah, I'll read the clip notes.
Now that we've thanked everybody, and let's make them never listen again. So what are we talking about today, boys?
Well, I have a question for Rich, as I'm really curious about this. I know, Rich, you do the convention thing, and it fascinates me because I don't get a chance to get a whole lot of where I'm at. So
it is convention season. I actually went to one this weekend because it's Sunday, so it'll be there. And then I'm going to one next weekend. It's actually right down the street from me, which is much nicer. And then I don't usually go to too many games, but that's coming up at the end of June, beginning of June, in June. And Cam Clark, who was the voice of Leonardo from the Turtles, is going to be. I'm a big Turtles fan, so I'll be going there for him. Cool. Charles Martinet's there too. And I thought I had a copy of Mario 64 in box, but I don't. So I guess I'm going to skip him. He wants $90 to sign something anyway.
Fuck that.
$90.
Woohoo! See, I can do it too. Fuck you, Charles Martinet.
But yeah, that's one of the things I noticed in the last couple of years, and I don't know if it's because of COVID or what's going on, but people are raising their prices for signatures. I went to this past convention was Chiller Theater, which I guess may have started out at some point as a horror convention, but now it's just a general pop culture thing, so they get kind of everybody there. And it's in Parsippany, New Jersey, so it's about an hour and 40-minute drive from where I am, but usually they get really good people. There wasn't a lot of really good people at this one, but I had nothing better to do anyway. And there were a couple of people I wanted to go see. Not frequent, but we've spoke of Tia Carrera before, and she was supposed to be there, but she canceled last minute due to scheduling conflicts.
Oh, that sucks.
What else is she possibly doing?
Well, I bought her Playboy to get signed, and then she canceled. But on the plus side, I've netted a Tia Carrera Playboy, so that's okay. That's fine.
Hey,
yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Look, she
where
might
was I going with this? Oh, signatures. Oh, that was the other one. I was telling people at the show this. Years ago now. It was when he wrote his books and when he was, I think we talked about Tommy Chong with one of you guys, but yeah. Tommy Chong did a book signing and I got his book signed I think I bought his book and then he signed whatever else he gave him for free. He was just really cool. I was like, that's great there. So I had the, one of the albums, Big Bamboo, came with a giant piece of rolling paper. The album I had at the time was in horrible condition, but the rolling paper was in great condition. So I had him sign that. So Cheech was at the one last year, this Chiller Theater thing. And like I said, Tommy Chong signed it for free. Cheech wanted $100 to sign stuff. Then plus like an extra $40 if you wanted to get a picture of him while he was, or a picture with him while he was signing the thing.
Fuck.
And
Cheech.
Yeah, I didn't get a picture with him, but I needed Cheech and Chong on that thing because I'm OCD like that.
Well, and this kind of cracked me up because the first time you said Tommy Chong, I was like in this episode anyway, I thought you said Tommy John. And I'm like, why in the hell is Richie going to meet Tommy John at any convention whatsoever?
Is that the surgery guy?
Yes.
Yeah, I know sports stuff. I know him, and I know Cal Ripken, and Mandela, and Johnny Bench. Not Mandela, Mendoza. Mendoza!
I was say Mandela. What are you talking about? Hey, you know what you should do? You should get
that effect.
You should get an inbox copy of the Daedalus. Was it the Daedalus Encounter?
Guess.
And get that signed by Tia Carrera.
Well, it doesn't matter because she wasn't there anyway. So fuck.
Well, yeah, but for the next one when she is,
she broke my heart.
Oh, you hear that, Tia?
So anyway, Tila Tequila wasn't there. So that was but there's 3 people I wanted to see, and she was one of them. So we crossed her off the list, which is good because it's saving me money for next week, which is going to be expensive. And then the one person I really wanted to see for whatever reason, I think it was because my dad was really into Jaws, and I watched it with him a lot, and I kept seeing the figure in the store, the NECA figure. But Richard Dreyfuss was going to be there. Played Hooper in Jaws, obviously, and everything else. Mr. Holland's Opus, which I don't know why anybody would want to get something signed by that, but he had pictures of that all over his little desky area. And that movie with aliens, Close Encounters,
Close Encounters, which was that's a classic.
Yeah, and did he do the voiceover in Stand By Me? I don't remember. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I get there. I drive my 2 hours. There's raining, which is wonderful. There wasn't really a line to get in, which was cool. So there wasn't a line at the door. So I paid my $35 to get in, and I get in line to go see Richard Dreyfuss. And the line took about 2 hours to wait in line for Richard. And I don't usually wait in line that long, but I guess he was the big name at the show. I'm trying to think who would have been bigger than him there. And without looking it up, like 2 of the remaining Beach Boys were there for whatever reason. The kid from Problem Child, who I guess isn't a kid anymore. He's probably almost dead.
He's like our age, you dick.
Well, then I was right. Trying to think, there was definitely other horror people too, but like I said, I wasn't really paying much attention. So I'm waiting in line for Richard Dreyfuss, and I get to the point where I can see his little price list, his little if he was a prostitute, this is his charges for his things.
Menu.
And this is another thing I noticed. Not just him, but a lot of people do this. If you're getting things signed that are Funko Pops or action figures, they're going to charge more than a picture. But he also had different prices for getting his picture taken with him with different things. Like if it was a picture, he wanted an extra. I mean, if it was a toy, he wanted an extra $20 for a picture on your phone with the thing. And it just all seemed like Richard Dreyfuss. He's old. I think I looked at it. He's 70 something, I think. He's an Academy Award winning guy. So I guess that means he can. But do you really need to try? Like, did he lose all this money where he needed? It was $100, by the way, just to get him to sign something. $80 was the cheapest thing, just if you wanted a picture. $100 to sign a toy or a Funko Pop or any kind of memorabilia. And then, of course, the picture money on top of that. But you know what? I was there for like I said, like I had the toy. I wanted to see Richard Dreyfuss. I waited in line for 2 hours. There was one guy in front of me. I paid my $100 to his hand. You never pay the actors, by the way. You pay handlers that are next to the actors. It's almost like, I don't know if either of you guys ever had any experience with a massage parlor, but you pay them on massage, and you don't pay the masseuse because it's all like different thing. You pay them their tip. But even these guys. So anyway, I give his handler his $100, and Richard Dreyfuss starts to faint. Like, oh, this isn't good. And he says, I got to take a 5-minute break. And he grabs a soda and he goes like in the back because there's like a door behind him that he goes to the little back area. Like, this is wonderful. He's going to die before I get my thing. And two things away because it was hot. It was like, even though it was rainy and cold, we're in the ballroom because he's in the big room. But like I said, it was a 2-hour line for him that didn't get any smaller. Well, I got closer, but the line kept getting bigger. And then the other people, so it was just a hot room. I was there for 2 hours without going anywhere else in the thing, and I was just annoyed at this point. And then he had to step away, so he was gone for maybe 10-15 minutes, and then came back out and signed the stuff, and then I was free to go about the rest of my day. But while I was waiting in line, I know pot's legal in Jersey, and I have no problem with people smoking pot. But it smelled like pot and BO in this room where everyone was sweating. And everyone there, like I think if Tom was following me on Facebook that day, I tweeted, it made me feel skinny standing in this line, just looking around.
Yeah, I did see that.
It made me feel skinny and beautiful. Like I don't have, I shave my head every once in a while, so I'm relatively together. I wear clothes that fit. So, my big gut isn't hanging out over top of my pants and under my shirt, which doesn't cover it all the way. I don't understand how. I mean, I'm a nerd. I'm a total. I understand that, but I've never. I mean, Bob's known me all my life. I've never been one of those kind of nerds. I just don't get it. I don't understand how you, like. I don't know. You just give up. I guess these people just give up. But Yeah,
Dude,
that's wonderful. So I meet Richard. Richard Dreyfuss wasn't. I mean, he was nice as he was. He talked to people while we were in line, which is why it was taking 2 hours. And he was a little shaky because he's 73 years old, and I don't know if he's 70 something years old, and whatever. But he was cool, and he signed my my Hooper NECA figure, which is hanging up on my wall.
75, by the way.
And that's okay. And that's all cool. And he said, really nice and whatever. And then I'm like, okay, well, let's go wander the rest of this thing real quick. And I go into the merch room, or the room with all the vendors, and it's super crowded, and I don't see anything worth buying. Like, okay, well, let's go see. I had a list. It was him, and then Melanie was going to be there. And I'm a big record collector, big music. Melanie's the Brand New Key. If you don't know any of her stuff, you know Brand New Key. I've got a brand new pair of roller skates. You got a brand new key.
Mm-hmm.
She was at Woodstock. Very attractive woman when she was at Woodstock. Very attractive when she was at Woodstock. That's big. Melanie's also going to be very old. I'm sure she was nice. She was nice. She was super nice. Her son was there to help her with the stuff. And the problem, though, is I get into their little room, and she's in a little room with other rock people, like 2 people who may have been in Megadeth for 1 or 2 songs, and a couple other people. One of them I'll get to soon, which is cool. Not cool, but weird. Anyway, I go there, and Melanie's not there. Like, okay, well, this is good. It's lunchtime, though, so maybe she's gone for lunch. There's a really weird-looking dude waiting in her booth. And he said, well, she was supposed to be back a half hour ago, and she's not here yet. It's like, well, I'll go wander around again, and maybe I'll come back. So I go wander around, go look at some other things, and check out some other people. Michael Bean was there.
Oh, cool.
It'd be really cool, but he's going to be at the one next week near me. So I still don't know if I want to go see him or not, but I like everything he's ever been in. He was Ringo in Tombstone, and he was the Terminator guy that wasn't Arnold Schwarzenegger. And in a pilot of Aliens, he was one of the ones that wasn't the Game Over man guy who's dead, Bill Paxton. Very cool actor. Edward Furlong was there too, but he's also going to be at the one in Oaks, PA. The one next weekend, I guess I can, since people are listening to this now, it's at the Greater Philadelphia Expo Center, which isn't anywhere near Philadelphia. It's in Oaks, PA. And it's going to be there this weekend, like May, whatever that is, May 7th, 5, 6, 7. But anyway, I wind up going back to the Melanie thing, and she's still not there yet, but they have a handler there now, and the handler person says, well, she was supposed to be back 15 minutes ago, and it's been a half hour. And I'm like, well, I guess I'll wait in line, but I'm starting to think while we're waiting in this line, and I waited for Melanie maybe a half hour. Like, well, she's kind of old now, and she went to go lay down is what was going on. Well, she went to go lay down, and she's this old. Has anybody checked on missing? Because I'm like, wow, can I be at like Melanie's last appearance? And I'm not exactly sure what she looks like anymore. So anytime an old woman comes running into the room, so while I'm waiting for Melanie, there's an empty table there with Bebe Newell. I think that's how you say Baby Buell, who was Todd Rundgren's wife. They might still be married. But she's Liv Tyler's mom. She's the one that Todd Rundgren raised Liv Tyler, thinking it was his daughter. She wrote a book, and she was selling her book there. And her assigned book and a 8x10 was $50. I'm like, well, I have nothing else to do, and I haven't spent any money at this thing yet. So give me your book, lady. And her 8x10 was her as a Playboy playmate, but not new, just there like back when she was that young. She's not young anymore either. A lot of people. She was still relatively attractive. Like, maybe she was, I don't know. She was a model, she was a playmate, and then she banged Steven Tyler and Todd Rundgren, and then wrote a book about it. So I plan on reading the book. So eventually Melanie shows up. And if you look up pictures of Melanie from the 60s, she's beautiful, very svelte, like a small little girl. Wonderful. I got 2 of her records that I'm waiting there for. They pushed this woman in a wheelchair who may be my size. I'm a little under 300 pounds right now. Like I just broke that 300-pound thing. Which is awesome.
Good job, dude.
Yeah, so I'm like, oh, okay. Well, she's still alive. That's good. And they wheel her back behind her little table thing and set up her pens, and her son comes over, and I have to wait in line behind some other people who are all much older than me because this is, a person that was at Woodstock. And I get my 2 records out, and she signs my 2. And she she talks to everybody in line. She draws little flowers on the, hippie flowers on the records as she's signing really big. And her handwriting is beautiful. Like, I have signed records, and this is just like, wow, this is really cool. And then her son asked me if I want to join her mailing list. Like, I guess, okay. And he just hands me his phone with the notepad thing open, and I put my email address in there, and I have no idea what I'm signing up for, but that's cool. And yeah,
You're gonna get pictures of his wiener.
That's fine, whatever. Everyone else was signing up for it too, so a lot of us are gonna get that pictures, so that's cool. And yeah, that was wonderful.
You could have just invited him to be on here. It sounds like he has nothing else better to do.
Melanie would have showed up. I could have got Melanie. I didn't think about that. I'm sure next weekend Edward Furlong's not going to be doing it. I could have got the kid from Problem Child because I'm sure he.
I looked him up, by the way. He's 41.
Okay.
So he's younger than me, you piece of shit.
Yes.
Yeah, my age exactly. Yeah.
Good old Eddie Furlong is 45. Boy, my goodness, his Google search, that guy, Edward, he looks rough.
Yeah, no thank you.
Yeah, I wasn't kidding when I said I wasn't libeling whatever slander. No, it was all like, yeah, he's had some problems. He also had a horrible Crow movie.
Him and Bam.
Ooh.
Oh, poor Bam.
Did they find him finally?
He turned himself in.
Oh, did he? Okay.
Yeah, well, you can only live in the woods for so long without your drugs.
True.
Yeah.
That's fair. Well, I mean, it depends if you find the right things. They do grow there.
So that was it. After I did that, I did Melanie. I bolted.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Had more than half of the money I brought with me, the cash I brought with me. So this weekend, I was going to go just for the Clerks guys. This is the one where everybody from Clerks is going to be there, except for Kevin Smith. So I met Brian O'Halloran before, and I have stuff signed by him. But now Randall's going to be there. I forget what his name is. So I'm going to get like
Jeff Anderson.
Double sign. Thank you.
Yeah.
Double sign. The women are going to be there too, but I don't care about any of them. Like the Italian chick and the other one.
Marilyn Giggle.
And the guy that sold the cigarettes. Like, I don't even know if he's been in anything else, but he was the cigarette salesman. Or no, the Truly Scum guy. The Truly Scum guy. Yeah, he's going to be there.
Yeah.
I think he did Volver. I think that's the other thing they listed on his thing. But this one's huge. I mean, like, they have he's going to be there. Recently, they got new names, and one of them is Corey Feldman. Now, I could have seen Corey Feldman in the past, but since then, because I used to, when I lived in Collingswood, they would do Monster Mania in Cherry Hill, and it was like a 10-minute drive, so I'd go there all the time. But I've been getting my Turtles figure signed. He was the voice of Donatello in the 90s Turtle movie. So if I get him to sign that, I'll have 3 of the 4 Turtles figures signed by the people.
That's cool.
Yeah.
He seems like he'd be a kind of person, going back to Feldman, that would charge a ton of money.
I looked it up. It's going to be $70 for a personalized signature or $140 for an unpersonalized. What they're trying to do is they're trying to get eBay money.
Yeah.
Like, well, if you're going to sell this on eBay, then I want more. So I'll pay, if I just paid $100 for Richard Dreyfuss, I'll pay $70 for Corey Feldman.
But, like, I hate that, maybe this is just me. I ain't paying no $140 for,
I gotcha. Yeah.
I mean, I guess if I was that big of a fan, but.
I got Brian. I'm trying to think. The other 2 guys that I got. One was Brian. I want to say it's Brian Toshi, but I may be wrong. He was also the Asian nerd in Revenge of the Nerds. He played. He was the voice of Leonardo, so I got my Leonardo figure signed by him. Then Michelangelo was Robbie Rist, who was Cousin Oliver in the Brady Bunch, and a pile of other stuff. He was also in this. This is great. He was in when we were kids, there was a cartoon called Kid Video where this new wave band gets sucked up into a TV thing to do music videos in cartoon space with some little fairy girl and Blaster Master. Not the thing, but that was the name of the main bad guy in that. That was done by the people that did Power Rangers later on, to Haim Sabat and that other guy, Shuli, whatever the fight they're going to
Saban.
Yeah. But they had a record company in Israel. They own the Power Rangers music. They own a couple of other things. They make money off that because they put it out. They released a record for Kid Video that was only available in Israel. I have that record, and I got that signed by Robbie Rist. He was like, "Wow, I've never seen one of these."
Nice.
And I told you, it plays really well too for the music that's on it. He goes, "Oh yeah, I understand." He doesn't. Not that we want to advertise other people's podcasts, but I recommend The Spoon, which is his podcast with his friends, which is almost exactly like ours, where it's just them rambling about random stuff with slightly better production value. Yeah.
Hey, I take that as a never mind.
Yeah. So he'll be the Corey Feldman will be the third one, and then the other guy opened up a actors teaching studio thing, and I don't think he goes out much, but maybe I don't even know his name. He's not like a well-known guy. The other three guys at least have been in other things that you know of. I'm trying to think who else is going to be. This one, like I said, is big. There's going to be a pile of comic book people. The voice of Daphne from Scooby-Doo is going to be there. There's just the people I remember off the top of my head. The guy who did Courage the Cowardly Dog is going to be there. The guy that created Static Shock, the comic book and TV show, he's going to be there. Dennis Cohen. Are you petting your dog?
Yeah, I am.
Well, you can't see the dog, so it's kind of weird that you just started petting the air.
Yeah, that's what I do. I just pet the air.
Yeah, well, we know this, you know.
So, all right, Mike Love, David Marks, Priscilla Presley, Jamie Lynn Sigler.
Yeah,
Robert,
they had the kid from that too, like the son.
Yeah, Robert Eiler, Drea De Matteo, Angelica Bridges, Michael Bean, Edward Furlong, James DeBello, who was in Detroit Rock City, American Pie, Cabin Fever, Detroit Rock City Reunion. Okay. Ron Smorenberg. William Fichtner.
Oh,
that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Oh, Coco Beware.
Dude.
Yeah.
Come on, Rich.
You skipped over that right before you. Daryl Strawberry. There you go.
The Straw. Richard Dreyfuss, Jeffrey Kramer, Billy Zane, Chaz Palminteri.
I thought about standing in Chaz Palminteri. I didn't really have anything for him to sign, but I really like the Bronx Tale.
You should get him to sign a Daryl Strawberry baseball card.
Chaz Palminteri?
Yes.
There you go.
For no reason other than to be like, oh, I was staying in the wrong line. Here you go.
No, Carney Wilson's going to be there.
No,
Tim Matheson.
This is the one I was just at. Yeah.
Oh, wait. This is the one you were just at.
Yeah, little Ricky Ricardo. The other one I wanted to see.
What the fuck?
That I didn't was Mark Holton was there, who was the nerd, or not the nerd, the bully in Pee-wee's Big Adventure, Francis. And he was the special guy in Leprechaun. A Triumph the Comedy Dog was there too, with the guy that shoves his hand up his butt. Robert Schmeigel.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, no kidding. That's pretty cool because he's got, I always, the cartoons on SNL were always.
Everybody from the Wonders Years that never became famous or was the guy that got his Marilyn Manson. He wasn't there either.
I wonder how sick that guy is at hearing that shit.
Oh, Brett Azar was there, who played the Iron Sheik in Young Rock.
Oh, nice.
Oh, and Jason and Jeremy London. That was the one that they were at.
Oh, okay. Wait, so what the hell is the one you're going to this weekend? What is it called?
It's called Contropolis.
Okay. What a made up name.
I know. It's
right? That's fucking terrible, dude. Yes.
I didn't name it.
All guests. Okay.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
So you need me to send you the link.
Oh, I'm looking up right now. Oh, wow. It's founded.
Timac. I don't know how you pronounce his name, but the dude from The Last Dragon, Bruce Leroy from The Last Dragon.
Oh, Carrie Elwes is going to be there?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Are you serious?
He goes to a lot of these, though.
Let's see. Gray Delisle. She does.
Have you, Rich? Have you met him yet?
I haven't.
No.
Jamie Farr.
Jamie Farr. He goes to a lot of them too. I imagine I should see him soon because he's going to be dead soon.
Yeah. Jen Taylor's going to be there.
Jenna Taylor.
Jen Taylor.
Hey, so I see on the featured artist one, I see Scott Hanna. So I have a funny story. I met Scott Hanna when I was a kid, a teenager anyway. Signed off a comic for me many years ago. Signed a Batman for me. I want to say this is probably back in '95. So that's pretty cool that he's still making the rounds.
Yeah.
I told my Bruce Campbell story on this show before, right?
Yes.
Yeah, fuck Bruce Campbell.
Yo, Loretta Swit is going to be there.
Olives. Yeah.
Ray Porter, Rikishi.
Yeah, and Samu.
And Samu.
Yeah.
Let's see who else. The Godfather.
Wait. Is he going to be actually the Godfather or the Good Father?
They have it down as the Godfather. Yeah.
Or one of his other 3 or 4.
And that's his all guests. But if you go to the guest thing at the top and click on artists, you actually get a different list. So that doesn't include the comic book guys for some reason.
Huh.
And I don't know why.
That's weird.
Rich, are you going to dress in appropriate attire?
I never dress up for these things.
He's going to wear a Sailor Moon costume.
Yes. We should make a Noise Brigade mascot. That's how you have to start showing up to those things.
No, what we should do is fucking buy him a shirt.
I'm going to.
It would be our first sale.
Pay to go to a photo op with Dante and Randall and ask them if they thought. Did you guys really like Clerks 3?
I did. I really
no, Dante and Randall, not you. I don't care about you. I care about that.
I care about you.
This was money, right? You guys owed Kevin Smith, right?
Wow.
Yes. He felt bad because of the heart attack and reboot. Like, well, if I ever meet Kevin Smith again, actually, I never met him. I've been within 5 feet of him and never. I'm gonna that scene from the Clerks cartoon where they're in the courtroom and he's asking everybody for their $5 back. I want the money back that I bootlegged. I want that time back. I'm worth about $73 an hour. I went like 2 hours, about 4 hours, because I want the Clerks 3 money and the reboot money.
I don't know. I think you're pricing yourself a little high there, bud.
I was just going by what I make.
Yeah, well, listen, just because
they're dumb working.
Maybe they're dumb enough to pay you that much money doesn't mean that's actually what you're worth.
Oh boy. Yeah, that's what we need to do, though. We need to start.
I don't want to rag on Kevin Smith anymore, though, because he's having a rough time. He did all that stuff where he quit pot because he went crazy. He was in a thing for a month, and then his dog died, his 20-year-old dog.
Oh, shit.
He's just having a rough, Bruce Leroy. And then the last one, if you're looking up stuff, would be, what the hell is that thing? I said it earlier. Too Many Games.
Too Many Games.
Now, the problem with Too Many Games is I think it's $90 to get into it.
Wait. Okay, so this is another one that you're going to?
Up there.
I didn't quit. I searched in the wrong search bar, and
is this another convention you're going to?
This one's more of a video game con, but they get video game voice people there, and like I said, Cam Clark. Like I said, Big Turtles guy. So I have the original Leonardo figure on card, and I got the first Turtles Adventures book. That's the one that's based on the cartoon. It's already signed by the woman that voiced April, so I'm just gonna, if I can, get the other guys on there as they show up at things.
All right, so I've got 2 questions for you.
Yes.
Number 1, can you figure out a way to get a copy of one of the Amico games and have Pat the NES Punk sign it?
Have you Googled or eBayed rather the Amico games?
No.
Do we have a budget? a Noise Brigade slush fund?
How much are they?
I think the last time I was looking at them, they were a couple $100. All
right, well, fuck that then.
Yeah.
Can you?
I also don't like Pat the NES. He's okay. He's just. But keep going.
Well, I was gonna say, can you do that? Can you? Because I really. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ! Never. Wait, this is the best thing ever. In television Amico game set, one unopened game never played. No fucking shit, it's never been played. The system is never going to exist.
Pat's autographs are free, though. I'll give him that.
Yeah, well, that's what I was going to say. It's a free autograph. So, could you, I don't know, just try and get them to...
And Cam Clark only wants $30. So there you go.
And then could you please, if you would be so kind, give... this lady Lavinius, just give her my phone number, please.
Oh, okay. I'm not going to talk you up at all, though.
Well, no shit, you're not going to talk me up. It's been 30 years now that we've been friends. 30. I think 30. 33 years now that we've been friends, and you've never talked me up once. So
I promised a friend I would give you this. Just don't.
He's a piece of shit. He's a piece of shit. Don't fucking call him. Report him to the FBI. But no, dude, God, I wish we could get something signed by Pat, like talking shit on the Amico. That would be the best fucking thing ever.
I say, would he personalize it? Like,
I would love that. I would fucking love that if he would. That would be fucking amazing.
maybe that's what it is. Maybe Tommy Tallarico has his legions of fans pouring through our episodes to find anything that he can sue us with.
That'd be fine. Still views. I
That's
thought they
what
had
it
more people there. They were going to have people. I don't know. David Hayter's going to be there too. He was the voice of Solid Snake in the Metal Gear Solid games.
Yeah, I got excited because I saw Hayter and I was like, wait, oh no, and I was thinking Jamie Hayter, but no, sadly, she won't.
Different people, you know.
Yeah,
Linkara's going to be there too. I used to watch him all the time, and then I found out he's a weird dude.
Who?
Linkara from Channel Awesome.
I have no idea.
That guy with the glasses.
Okay.
The whole thing blew up in a horrible, horrible way. That would be a good. I don't know if anyone's discussing it anymore. That was just weird. Yeah. Anyway.
What? Wait, what?
What are you talking about?
Channel Awesome. Google later. We can talk about it for a different.
Boy.
It was before YouTube. It was a group of reviewers, and they did. They had different reviewers. They had movie reviewers, comic reviewers, TV reviewers, game reviewers, and they would post video. Like I said, it was pre-YouTube, so like you had to go onto a site or whatever and upload your videos there. And while every year they would get together all of their guys and they would do a big long video. I think I may have bought a couple of the DVDs of their big long form thing. That's where oh Jesus Christ, Ellis. I can't remember her first name. She was the nostalgia chick, and then she wrote a couple of really good sci-fi books, but I can't remember her name. Anyway, there was a big thing where a couple of the people on there were saying how they weren't getting paid, and there was a lot of sexual harassment. And then it turns out one of the guys who was a really cool, like if you watch his videos, he was a really cool guy. Like he seemed really cool. He was really nice. He liked to mentor some of the other guys because he was a little older. Turns out he liked to groom young fans to do stuff. And then he killed himself later on in his bathroom with his wife.
Geez.
Yeah. Yeah. And I didn't mention his name. The whole thing just blew up. Not even after that. Like they knew he was a groomer and kept him on the thing and hid it from other people, the people that ran the site.
Wow.
Yeah,
Ooh,
and then it all became public later. And just like I guess it may have started out. The biggest star from that was that guy with the glasses. He did like 30-second versions of movies and some other things. I'm surprised you never heard of him. He was like big for a while. You probably heard of him and just don't remember. Or you may have seen his videos and not realized who he was.
I also like Voxy. She reminds me. She's got that Beverly Crusher vibe going with the hair.
You don't like Sarah Buckland?
No, I do, but
Pink hair.
Yeah, but I don't have a shot with her.
You have a shot with Voxy and
I don't have a shot with any. I don't have a shot with any of them, except for maybe the guy that grooms his fucking listeners.
Yeah.
But I just know that I do, like the way I'm judging it is okay. Are you doing your shit for free? Okay, cool. I might have a shot with you. If you're not, if you're charging, there's no chance in hell.
2 companies ago, I worked with Pat's cousin. He was talking about him. I watch Pat's stuff. He goes, yeah, he wasn't sure how he wasn't sure how his cousin made all that money doing YouTube stuff. He didn't get it. He's entertaining.
No, I like him. I didn't really get into him until recently when I started watching the Amico shit and that whole shitstorm. But like I had seen him a couple times on AVGN, which, by the way, now I know your feelings on current AVGN. I didn't realize, that. Remember the shit pickle?
Yes.
Okay. That always made me laugh, like forever. Still makes me laugh to this day. And I showed Peyton. Well, I was trying to get Peyton to calm down the other day, and I made a mistake, guys. I made a mistake in a parenting role, and I let him watch this video that was just shit pickle. It was like a minute and 45 seconds long or something. It was on YouTube. It was done by James Rolfe.
Uh-oh.
God, what a mistake.
I got a story after you're done.
That was such a fucking mistake.
Yeah.
So, Rich, have you seen that one?
I don't know if I have or not. I may have. I don't know.
So it's not an AVGN episode. It's literally just called Shit Pickle. And he ends up running into family members, Dick Pickle and Tit Pickle.
I don't remember seeing that. Then I think I stick with his. I tried watching his other stuff, and I just watched AVN.
I typically only watch. Like I was watching some of the stuff where him and Mike Matei would play shit, but by and large, I just stuck with the AVGN.
I watched the board game stuff. That wasn't bad.
Yeah. But I did really like. I laughed really fucking hard when I saw Dick Pickle and Tit Pickle, but it was definitely not appropriate to be watching at a children's hospital with my 12-year-old nephew.
So I was on the phone with my mom today, and she has the nephews and my brother over, and they're like, "Hey, we want to know if you can get the Puss in Boots movie, so we can watch it. Can you stream it somewhere?" So I'm like, "Yeah, I guess I can get that. See if it's available." So I grabbed it and I threw it up on my Plex server, and then I'm like, "Oh," I checked to make sure it was there and ready for them to stream, and it's like, "Oh yeah, the other stuff I just added to my Plex server was these Japanese movies."
Oh no!
It's a 5-movie thing. They're legit. They're like a Japanese version of Troma movies, I guess. But the title of them is "Rape of the Dead," or no, what is it called? "Rape Zombies, Lust of the Dead." Volume 5.
What the fuck?
It's So so while you're looking up Puss in Boots, I don't think there's a way to hide stuff. So
that's fucking horrible.
Yep.
I definitely thought that was going to go in a different direction, though. I thought you were going to have accidentally downloaded like something else in Boots, and
it's just
that's where I thought I was going too.
No, we're all sharing our Plex server, so I was like, "Yeah, you're going to see the other stuff I download." Right next to Bloodsport and He-Man and She-Ra, here's some Lust of the Dead. And the Death Wish movies. I just re-downloaded all them because I was just listening to a podcast about them too for some reason. It's like I haven't seen Death Wish in a while. The original one, not the stupid Bruce Willis one. Not that the other one was that great either.
I need to sit the fuck down and watch Blade Runner.
Both of them. You should watch both.
Yeah, well, I have both of them.
Okay.
I have both of them. I'm getting ready to list most of my physical media on Macari.
Mm-hmm.
And so I need to, but I want to watch those two before I sell them because I haven't seen them yet.
Yes. So. And watch the final cut if you have it.
I do.
Okay.
Yeah, I have the final cut. I've got the final cut and the 2049 one.
I picked them both up on Blu-ray not Blu-ray, 4K when I got the PS5.
Nice.
Yes. And both Dune movies. I highly recommend both Dune movies.
If you have a good long Saturday.
Yeah.
Both Dune movies is in the old ones?
And no, there's Dune, the David Lynch movie.
Yeah.
Which is weird, but has Sting in it, and it's a David Lynch movie. And it's definitely weird. I'm not going to say it's not weird, and it's not for everyone, but I enjoy it because it's weird and campy and David Lynch. And then the one that came out like a year or two ago.
The new one with Timothy Chalamet.
Like it's only part one of the story, so you're not going to get the full story. But it was very well done.
Yeah, I just saw. I think they just released a trailer, or they're getting ready to release.
They're doing the second one, which is good. Yeah. And I picked up the Lord of the Rings movies on 4K, and it took me like a week to watch all of Fellowship of the Ring, the extended edition. I forgot how long the extended editions were.
How many more scenes of trees walking did they put in?
You know what? The first one, anyway, I thought was still. I enjoyed it. It didn't. Like, it looked really pretty because it was 4K and on the big TV, and like it sounded nice. And you had Liv Tyler, who we just learned wasn't really Todd Rundgren's daughter, but was raised by Todd Rundgren, and Viggo Mortensen, who I don't think did anything else ever after that. That's not true. He did History of Violence. Was that the one he was in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to see his ass.
And Hugo Weaving's always good in everything he
Oh
does.
yeah.
Oh, Ian McClellan. Actually, I had a lot of good people in it. Ian McClellan and Saruman, and the dude from Raiders of the Lost Ark is the dwarf. And is what's his name still married to Katy Perry? He was good too.
That's a good question.
I don't know. The only time, Vigo, and I never really think of the actor name. I just think of Vigo the Carpathian.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's the only real Vigo there really should be.
that's true.
Yes, he is still married to Katy Perry.
I think so.
I just watched Raiders. I've been watching a lot of stuff in 4K as it comes out, and Raiders held up really well. Raiders was good.
Yeah, that's a classic. You can't go wrong with Raiders.
I didn't buy the 3-pack of Indiana Jones movies. I just bought the Raiders Steelbook. Like, okay, this will work.
There you go.
This is all I need.
Yeah,
Back to the Future 3-pack though. That was worth it.
Well, yeah. I mean,
just as long as Kingdom of the Crystal Skull isn't in there.
And I picked up the Godfather 4K set, and it came with all these extra discs I'm never going to watch.
Oh, with like bonus features and like just commentary stuff, or
I think it's like a whole other movie that's like doesn't really exist. Godfather 3.
Yeah, well, yeah, obviously.
What's that?
Yeah.
I never heard of that.
And Coda, Godfather 3 Coda, which they're considering a different movie. That's the
recut.
Yeah,
no.
Wow.
No, that doesn't.
The TNT, TBS, one of those channels did a recut version of the first, maybe it was all of them, but it was definitely the first 2 Godfathers where it was done in chronological order. So it starts with the scenes in Godfather 2 where he's in Italy and goes from there. And then goes to him in New York and then goes to the stuff. But it's actually really well done. And added the deleted the scenes back into it. Like one of my favorite scenes in the book that was a deleted scene for the movie is the olive oil company Marlon Brando, Don Corleone has is the Genco Olive Oil Company, and it was named after his the family and his friend that took him in when he came to New York, and he became his first consigliere before Tom Higgins was it, and he's dying from something, and he's in the hospital with him, and Genco asked him, "Can you talk to God and make everything right with God so I can get into heaven?" And it's just cool. That's how much he thought about the Godfather.
That's cool. That is a cool scene.
Yep. But you don't even see Genco. I guess you see him in the Robert De Niro parts of the second movie.
Genco, like the jeans?
No,
I know.
GNCO. Yeah.
I'm being a dick. Big surprise.
Yep.